Motion 2 script has also some other functions that are really useful. The first one is excite order. Let's make a new composition and name it as excite. For example, we have a circle and we want to put it exactly in the center of the scene. To do so, you can right-click on it and click on Transform to select Center in View. You can use guide options to know if the object is located exactly in the center of the scene. Now let's animate it. On frame 50, insert a keyframe and insert another keyframe at the first frame. Take the object out of the scene. We have such an animation. Normally, the object that enters the scene must have an easy ease status and the maximum compression of the frames should be inside the scene. It means we will have a slow to fast move or anchor status. Here I use a value of 75. Since this value is a standard value, Excite can make a springy move for the object at the last frame. This option calculates the speed and velocity of the objects and accordingly makes a springy move. When the move has an easy in status, the velocity of the final move is 0 and you can check it in Graph Editor. When the velocity of the final move is 0, Excite cannot work. So you must make this keyframe linear, either by holding Ctrl and clicking on the keyframe or by using the script and giving a value of 0 to easy ease. Now we want to use Excite for it. So select Position and click on Excite. Notice that Excite is applied to the parameter, not to the keyframe. So you must first select the parameter and then apply Excite to it. The shorter the distance between the keyframes is, the faster will be the velocity. It intensifies the springy move. Excite gives to the layer 3 slider effects that we talked about it in the elementary course. As you see, it automatically names these layers and writes codes for the operation, as you can see in the expression of the position. To change this springy status, you don't need to change the coding. You can simply control this by changing these effects. You can see the outcome of the coding in Graph Editor and Composition panel by Activate Show Post Expression Graph option. Well, as you see, it's hard to have an accurate look at it. Let's fit the graphs to view. This is our animation. From here onwards, you can see the impact of the coding. To have a better look on it, you can select Edit Value Graph. Zoom it more. You can see the number of bounces. The more you decrease the value of bounce, the shorter the bounce will be. These bounces are relative. It means their amount depends on the velocity of the object. Overshoot is an option that helps you adjust the span of move, and by changing it, the span of move will increase or decrease. Friction is an option that determines the strength of increasing movement in time. All of these values are relative, and the value of the velocity of the object directly affects